On the subject of my physical self-improvement, the first 9 months of 2023 were so completely trivial that I have decided to document those 9 months in the most trivial way that I can think of. A trendy TikTok video. Hold it, just stop right there. There are some levels to which I will not stoop, not even for a joke, and vertical video is one of them. Vertical video is a scourge. It is a plague upon video makers everywhere. This younger generation that is happy looking at a vertical video on their phone instead of a horizontal one, like the way our eyes see. The whole reason that movie theaters have widescreen. I refuse. Do not. TikTok, and its jealous little brothers YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, has the potential to be a very useful communication tool. However, the content creators on TikTok have instead decided to stoop to some of the most bizarre gimmicks and strangest editing styles. Somebody will try something over here, and the next thing you know, the whole site is filled with some absolutely stupid trend that really just makes the filmmaker in me want to cry. And so, in an altruistic and philanthropic effort to raise awareness about this toxic artistry, or perhaps just to satirize, mock, and ridicule, I have decided to sacrifice my own integrity and create one big TikTok spoof to review my fitness life from January through September of 2023, including just as many lame, insipid, irritating, or just poorly executed trends that I could find, including, but not limited to, oh, that one's so fun. So anyway. Basically, I never recovered after my trip to Great Britain. Now, I don't blame the United Kingdom for an entire 12 months of lethargy and ennui regarding my physical self-improvement. That's just when it started. And it would be false to wallow in a bunch of self-pity and say that the past year has been entirely useless. I did get to the gym on a few select occasions, but even after getting a new gym and joining Anytime Fitness in April, I just never really got the fire go. Okay, this is without a doubt the single most irritating of all the TikTok trends I will be exposing, and that is this one word at a time captioning at the bottom of the screen. If I start talking really fast, what good is that? How can anybody be expected to keep up? It's like one blip away from giving someone a seizure, like a strobe light. I can't. Anyway. Okay. So between the gym and home workouts and cardio through the neighborhood or at the track, let's review basically what January through September of 2023 looked like. And to do that, I will incorporate all of the things I learned from TikTok about how to edit a video montage. A year ago, when I was in the United Kingdom, my friend and host Harry actually went out and purchased and provided me with a set of workout bands so that on any day where I couldn't get to a gym over there, I'd have something with which to get a little exercise. However, I was so busy sightseeing or sleeping to recover from jet lag that I didn't use them while there, so I brought them home. And this past February, I did give them a try. I have a little bit of footage on that. One thing I will say right up front is that I don't recommend using these in a tank top or shirtless, in any situation where the bands are going to rub against bare skin. That was a very unpleasant feeling. They don't slide well. They're nice to have. I will say that I prefer the more objective standard of this is the amount of weight you're lifting. Go ahead and lift it from position A to position B. The issue with the bands is they're rather subjective based on how far away from the door I'm leaning. There are just a lot of variables there. That's not to say I won't ever use them. They are. I can see where they're very handy and good for packing in a suitcase, taking on a trip. Given the choice, I will choose the more objective, standardized weights than a workout where there are many variables, and it's kind of hard to know exactly what to write down in the notebook. But I am glad to have them, and they're very easy to use. They're clearly rated. There's a chart in there as to how many pounds, basically, subjectively, that you are exercising with. So there's that. I probably over-explained it, but there we go. Late February was the Alaska trip that I've already documented, and my being kicked out of the Redmond Athletic Club, which I have also already documented. And I have mentioned getting a new membership to a new gym, the Anytime Fitness here in Redmond. And I mentioned earlier that actually was not any kind of big boost to my just my lack of motivation, but I did get the gym. I've started using it. Throughout the summer, I probably could count on two hands how many times I went between getting the membership and my reporting about it now. But it's I'll give you a little spoiler of coming events. I have knuckled down and have started using the gym a lot more. This is the second year in a row that I did not finish the push-up challenge offered to me by Harry, and one thing I realized last year, or I felt perhaps for the first time last year, was that starting it on January 1st meant that if I wanted to finish quickly so that I could keep a larger part of the offered pot of money, is that I would end up doing most of those push-ups indoors right here in my kitchen or living room because it's so cold outside. Thinking perhaps of having a little more variety, especially for any that I filmed, I suggested, what if we went from April 1st to September 30th? And since that was leading up to my 49th birthday, what if we made the pot $49 and every day we'd take off, a certain number of cents based on 49 divided by 180 days about? And I was doing pretty well at first, and then I got distracted by other things. Busy summer, just didn't always think about it. And we reached my birthday on September 29th, and I wasn't even halfway through. So I think that is, or that particular challenge is just another victim of this whole, I don't want to keep repeating words, but the burnout, I don't know. It's almost like I didn't care after getting back from Great Britain. And it's just carried right on through to 2023. It was like, okay, get up, go to the gym. No, I don't want to go to the gym. Oh, do some push-ups at home then. Okay, or go for a walk. And it's been 12 months of that. And so that one fell by the wayside too. I will talk to him about doing it next year though, because I'm getting back on it. I really am. I know you may not even believe me after everything you've sat through, but things are looking up, and I'm feeling much better. Let's see. I did do my annual anniversary jog on June 21st. You know the story. The day that I started my fitness journey back in 2010. I won't go over it again and again, but I went out and got a jog. And once again, I have given up on going to the actual track where it all started. They've put up a fence, they've locked it. There's no getting in without looking like I'm breaking in, which I have no desire to do. Throughout this period, throughout January through September, January started, it's like go, go, go. I think this was one of the fastest years where I went and lost steam. There were several times in there, though, where recognizing that, I made myself get up, start again. April 1st. I don't know, something about April 1st. There was a 9-month period to the end of the year, or half a year to my birthday, however you want to look at it. So I checked in again. I said, this is it, Brian, let's go. And it wasn't it, and I didn't go. I checked in again on July 1st, said, this is it, Brian, let's go. That wasn't it. I didn't go. Yeah. So nothing stuck. I don't know. During the summer, I did get in a few good hikes, but even that wasn't as many as I would have wanted. There were a lot of things to do, including earning a living and other stuff. I refreshed my memory by glancing back at some earlier episodes, and I did talk about baby birds that we had in our birdhouse a couple years ago. We had some more this year, and I got a really good shot or two of them big enough to stick their heads up and even out the opening when Mom and Dad landed. I do have on May 1st, not May 1st, but early in May, the third annual, I believe we're up to the third annual Celtic Games. I showed you some footage from last year. I don't have a lot this year. They did change the venue to something bigger because it's becoming popular. And if I can, someday I'd like to get one or two of those guys actually on the show talking about how they train for such a historic, antiquated sport. It's not football and soccer, and it's not baseball. So I'm sure they do some interesting workouts and practice to do these very unusual sports. Now that brings us to my 49th birthday, which means it's time for the TikTok trend of documenting your day. Okay, so let me share with you about 9/29, my birthday. At midnight sharp, I did a check-in with the mirror, and the mirror said I still have work to do. And just out of curiosity, I got on the scale, and it said 216.8, which is not bad, but could be better. Then I grabbed a quick shower, and before turning out the lights, I read a few more pages of The Complete Fiction of H.P. Lovecraft. I slept for about 7 hours, then in the morning when the alarm went off, I jumped right out of bed because my birthday, but I still made time for smoothing out my side of the blankets so my wife doesn't have to. Subscribe to End the Patriarchy. My loving wife made cinnamon rolls for the whole family. Subscribe to End the Matriarchy, which I absolutely love. It was a surprisingly chilly morning, so after my cinnamon roll, I got dressed in my nice warm Sunday best made from free-range cotton and wool. Subscribe to End Animal Cruelty. At noon, we went to the pizza parlor for my birthday lunch where I had plenty of pepperoni pizza. Subscribe to End Veganism. And my family showered gifts upon me. Subscribe to End Ungrateful Children. And I allowed my maturity just a little time off. In the afternoon, I changed back into work clothes, popped some of my favorite music from a wide variety of composers into the CD player, subscribed to End Technological Progress, and worked for several hours cleaning my absolute mess of an office. I promise I'm not as OCD as it may seem. At night, I introduced my kids to The Mask with Jim Carrey, subscribed to End Ignorance of Great Movies from the 90s, and then I went to bed, subscribed to End Stupid TikTok Videos. I think with that, I can wrap it all up. Again, it hasn't been a completely useless 9 months. It hasn't been a wasteland where I have not done any exercise. But it's been very much like floating in a lifeboat out in the ocean, and that lifeboat is leaky, and I am bailing, trying to just stay afloat. There's a philosophy in the world of fitness and weightlifting and bodybuilding that says, do it for yourself, don't do it for other people. But the reality is that you, as viewers, have invested in my story. I've told you from episode 1, this is where I want to go. If I just keep floating along like this, if I just keep barely keeping my head above water, there's a sense in which I'm stealing from you. I'm stealing your time. I'm stealing your energy in cheering me on and encouraging me. I think it's an arguable point that I owe it to you to actually do to seriously do what I set out to do when I started this video series. So coming up in sometime within the next couple of episodes, I can promise you, because I've already lived through 3 weeks of it, there will be some very encouraging content. Until then, thank you for watching, and please, if I've accomplished anything with this video, I hope it's that you will be discouraged from ever logging into TikTok again. Hello ladies, your favorite social media expert is back, and today I have the perfect recipe. No, not the one for my holiday okra quiche casserole you're all begging for. This is the recipe for the perfect TikTok video. If you've ever wanted a video to go viral where you get hundreds of thousands of likes in an hour, and if you've ever wanted to see Matt Walsh's blood boil or put Ben Shapiro's phylacteries in a twist, just follow these few easy steps. Number 1, create your video space. Set up the camera, make sure it's well lit, and gather all your makeup. And I do mean all your makeup. There's no such thing as too much makeup when you are spouting your opinions to the world. 2, start putting on your makeup. 3, pick a buzzword which you can talk about pretty much endlessly without knowing anything about it, like the patriarchy, or income inequality, or fat phobia, etc. Be prepared to go on and on and on. You've heard of mansplaining. In fact, you've probably been the victim of a mansplainer. Well, now it's time to get your revenge through womenstruating. That's the act of bleeding words all over the video in a gushing torrent that will surely make the men in your audience very, very uncomfortable. 4, keep putting on your makeup. 5, adopt your most smug and self-righteous face. A slight smirk and raised eyebrows are key ingredients. 6, add more makeup. 7, using your best uptalk and vocal fry, start speaking. Now, it's not enough to just do uptalk, because everyone does it nowadays. So if you add the vocal fry at the same time, you will far outclass all the other womenstruators on TikTok. Number 8, layer on that makeup, girl. Number 9, record your first sentence and then immediately cut. It's very important that you never have enough brain capacity to put 2 or more sentences in one video clip. For extra points, don't even get in one full sentence. If you can find any reason to cut right in the middle of a thought and stitch together 2 or more phrases in the editing room, so much the better. 10, makeup, makeup, makeup. If you still have foundation and eyeliner in their containers, you haven't gone far enough. 11, be just as smarmy as you can be, because the best way to win an argument is to make your haters hate you even more. If you actually try to make sense, then your haters will use logic and reason against you and bury you completely. Simply condescend. They hate that. Make your final point. Give them one last look at the amazing makeup job you have perpetrated on yourself. Throw in a wink or blow a kiss to show the confidence you have in the superiority of your argument, and you are done, girl. So there you go. Give it a try. I look forward to seeing what you've come up with, and together, ladies, we can show the world who's boss. Mwah.